Hi everyone, this is Martina. Today I'm going to talk to you about a very powerful phrase from the Bible that says, "For such a time as this." This is a story of a young Jewish woman who is called Esther, who was captivated into the kingdom of Babylon or Persia during the old Bible times, together with so many other Jews. They became slaves. She was raised by her uncle Mordecai because she was an orphan. So it happened that after the king divorced his wife because she disobeyed him, now he had to find a new queen. And many young women presented or applied. One of them is Esther, who was encouraged by her uncle to present herself. The king didn't knew that she was a Jew, and she won the competition because she was very beautiful and very smart. So she became the new queen of the kingdom. And the king had a very wicked advisor, the top advisor in fact. So everything this man, who is called Haman, said to the king agreed. And this man is so wicked, so self-centered, that he wants everyone to bow down to him. And because Mordecai is a very godly man, he worshipped only the true God, and he refused to bow down to any other human being. And this made Haman very angry to him. And every day, as he passes Mordecai at the city gate, he refused to bow down. And his anger grew worse and worse every day, until he decided to ask the king to make a decree to kill all the Jews. The king agreed, and he passed a law to kill all the Jews. And Esther, now being the queen, she must be thinking, what can I do? I cannot do anything. My hands are tied, are bound. So she was just silent in the kingdom. In the palace, I mean. And her uncle sent her a message. And I want to read that message direct from the Bible. So Mordecai sent a messenger to Esther. And he said to Esther, "For if in the book of Esther, you can find a story in the book of Esther itself. It is her story. So you can find it in chapter 4. For if you remain completely silent at this time, relief and deliverance will arise from the Jews from another place. But you and your father's house will perish. Yet who knows whether you have come to the kingdom for such a time as this." You see how powerful. And now Esther is now placed into a challenge, a very challenging situation. Yet, let's see how she responded. Let's continue to read in verse 15. Then Esther told them, the messenger, to reply to Mordecai, "Go, gather all the Jews who are present in Shushan and fast for me, neither eat nor drink for 3 days, night or day. My maids and I will fast likewise, and so I will go to the king, which is against the law. And if I perish, I perish. I like this. I like this attitude. I like this boldness. If I perish, I perish. All of us are in this world for a specific purpose. No one is here for an accident or an experiment. We have a unique purpose. This is an opportunity. What we are going right now, what is the world's going right now, is an opportunity for us to reflect, to assess ourselves, to ask ourselves, why am I here for? What is my mission? This could be your such a time as this. Respond as sometimes we don't realize, we don't recognize when our time, when opportunity comes, because we are not in the lookout. And we need somebody sometimes to remind us, to encourage us, to motivate us, or to rebuke us. Some people interpret Mordecai's message to Esther as a rebuke. Some people say it as a motivation. Whatever your interpretation, I am here to remind you, to motivate you. Find your such a time as this, and responded as Esther had responded. If I perish, I perish. This is your time to stand out, to make a difference. Crisis brings growth, brings renewal. This COVID-19 is not here just to kill people or to steal jobs. There is a greater purpose. So I encourage each and every one of us to find our such a time as this and respond it boldly. If I perish, I perish. But I want to make a difference. Esther, for his boldness, for his faith in God, she went to the king, even she was not summoned or wasn't called. In those days, it is against the law to go to the king without being called. You can be killed. But she prayed, she believed in God, that God will protect her, that she did not send her there to be killed, but with a mission to make a difference. She went to the king, and the king was so stunned when he saw her, beautiful, and she was granted her petition to spare all the Jewish people. I encourage you to read. I encourage all of you to read the story in the book of Esther. It is a very good story. So, yes, that is my message for each of us today. Please find your such a time as this and stand out and make a difference. Thank you. God bless.